Hi, welcome to Korg Logue. My name's Jeremy. Recently I picked up one of these. It's a Korg Logue-XD. The Logue-XD is a 4-voice polyphonic hybrid synthesizer. It's a great synth for beginners thanks to its intuitive layout and built-in oscilloscope feature that lets you visualize the waveform as you make edits. Another great feature, and the reason I bought this synth, is the programmable digital multi-engine. The multi-engine lets you create custom oscillators and effects and load them onto the synth. I'm a data analyst, more or less, by day, and I primarily use Python and R. I'm also a musician. I wanted to make a fun project that would combine these interests and help me learn C++. So, with that in mind, I made this YouTube channel with the hopes that I could make myself accountable and learn from others as I sort of learn the ins and outs of the Korg Logue-XD. In this first video, we're going to be installing the SDK and making the sort of demo oscillator from Korg. Let's get started. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is head over to the Logue-SDK, and this can be found here at korginc.github.io/Logue-SDK. It's a nice little quick start guide, and it's going to help us get started. So in terminal, you're going to want to go to the directory where you want to install the Logue-SDK. For me, it's going to be this projects folder. I already have a juice folder in there. And then next, I'm just going to want to clone the Git repository from Korg. This is just copy and paste. If you don't have Git installed on your computer, I'll leave a link in the description on how to do that. Okay, so we've cloned our repository. So now we should be able to see the Logue-SDK. We will cd into Logue. Take a look at that. So we have our license, a README, the development boards, the platforms, and the tools. So the next thing we're going to want to do is update our submodules. Copy and paste. Okay, now that that's finished. The next thing we need to do is install our tools. So the quick start guide doesn't really give you a good explanation on how to do that, but I can show you now. So we'll cd into our tools. If you're not a programmer and you're sort of new to terminal, cd is a command. I'm using a couple commands here that are pretty common. The first is the list command, so it's just ls. And this will list whatever is in your directory. The other one is the cd command, just change directory. So here I'm going to change my directory to the tools directory and list. Now I see a few tools here. I'm going to change my directory into this GCC list. Now, if you're on a Linux computer, you'll run this get cc linux. If you're on the Linux computer, you'll get this get gcc linux. If you're on Microsoft here, and if you're on Mac, we'll run this one. So to run this, it's just /get gcc osx.sh. This will take a minute. All right. Now to get out of that folder, we're going to want to do change directory and then followed by 2 decimals. And this will take us to the immediate directory above that. So we'll list. If you're on a Mac or Linux, you don't need to run the make or zip tools. They're going to be included already. And then I plan to use the command line more than the library, the Korg library. So we're going to go ahead and install this one as well. And it's the same idea here. We're just going to run this .get logue-osx.sh. And that's that. cd list. Go back up a directory. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is clear, just to make things a little neater. Okay, so now we have the Logue-SDK installed. We have our tools installed that we're going to need. The next thing to do is just to try to make a, see if everything compiles, the way that it should. So we'll just make one of their demo oscillators by Korg. CD platform. I'm primarily working on the Minilog, so we're going to be working in the Minilog folder and the demos folder and the waves folder. So this is sort of the demo oscillator that Korg gives you with the Logue-SDK, and it's already on when you buy the Minilog XD. It's already on the synth, but you can sort of work through here and create this as well. So really, all I'm doing here, we're not making anything new. This is already on the synth. I'm just sort of making sure that I've installed everything correctly and everything's going to compile when I tell it to. So we will go ahead and make this. And everything looks good. So if I did everything correctly, we should have this sort of waves Minilog XD unit file. And sure enough, we do. All right. Okay. The next thing we're going to want to do is head over to the Korg website and download their librarian. So here's what the website looks like. Sound Librarian, sound packs, Minilog Sound Librarian. And basically, if you're using Windows or Mac, you'll download this and just follow the prompts. And here is what the Sound Librarian looks like. You can see all of our programs, sort of the initial programs. We have our user oscillators, modulation effects, delay effects, reverb, and microtuning. So here we're going to load in our new waves folder or file, and we can put that here. And boom, we should be good to go. So we will send that. I understand. And sending. And it should be there. So let's take a look. So you can see here on the Minilog, I can go to user oscillator waves. All right, that's it for our first tutorial. It was real quick. I just wanted to get something that people could use, sort of get up and running very quickly without a lot of coding background. Now, in the next video, we'll actually walk through the waves file and sort of all the components that are involved into making your first oscillator. So until next time, see ya.